Welcome back into another episode of the Spaceman 2.0 Phoenix Truth Rising Show. Here to help you grow in the knowledge and wisdom of truth, and the truth will set you free. With the best history lesson and spiritual insights on the planet, exposure of the Illuminati's plan of world conquest and control is the death knell to the New World Order. Getting right back on into God 2 has a Plan 2000, Divine Plan, Volume 2. With the best kept secrets hidden in plain sight, right here in the Phoenix Journals, you'll get the best education ever. Scroll down below and see how you can get one shipped out to you today. So without getting into the controversy with Elon Musk and Donald Trump, let's just go over what Bo Gritz would have did in 1992 as a president. Establish debt-free constitutional currency and eliminate the Fed. Stop the income tax and get rid of the IRS. Balance the federal budget. Halt runaway spending by Capitol Hill. End foreign aid, federal, and the buyout of America. Foreign aid, right? How much goes to the Middle East, eh? That one country blowing up everyone else. Oppose global government and Bush's New World Order. Institute workfare in lieu of welfare. Roll back Big Brother, the federal bureaucracy and legislative statutes. Restore states' rights and personal liberty. Secure the American dream. Rescue our prisoners of war. Remember, there's still some from the Korean War, and they're held in Siberia. Okay? Probably some of the old gulags that Stalin had. Lift the lid on Washington District of Criminals. Cut costs and require contributions from federal officials. Initiate fully informed jury legislation. Bring back high standards of decency. Not what Hollywood is promoting, that's for sure. Maybe Elon Musk was making Trump a little bit unsteady in his feet there, because he says stuff like this. I note a rather interesting plan in action to fire and replace every presidentially appointed government leech. Totally right, because they're trying to get the leeches out of there with his Doge. Totally restore constitutional law and the Bill of Rights, and thus and so. One of his better suggestions is to cause congressmen to be the first sent to any war encounter, and America's youth will not be sent to foreign soil. Let's try that with the lobbyists fighting for sending money over to Ukraine to fight the Russians, or sending money over to Israel to fight everyone else around there and blow up Gaza. This is disgusting. Let's send their children to war. Let's send their children to the front lines first, without any drone protection. I suggest that all of this, which can be done immediately under constitutional law, makes the bureaucrats pretty nervous. I suggest you get right on with electing grits readers, whatever it takes to get it done. Well, we all know through blockchain technology, it can be unhackable and it's transparent, so only through that will we be able to vote for our president and make sure that it is the right one in office. Petition for help from Alaska. I'm faced with a heartfelt cry for input from a reader, and he petitions in behalf of many readers. Yes, I agree, for we get stacks of letters asking almost the same question, often in identical language. Quote, important number 1, Dear HATONN, I am your average truth seeker who is in a spiritual dilemma about the good angels and bad angels, the general principles of understanding God's will and love, long-suffering, responsibility for our own actions, faith, etc. I am not perplexed about. I understand the intentional confusion of the dark forces abound. I've read several issues of the Phoenix Liberator and Owner-Operator Manual, which seem correct to me. I recently wrote to Positive Stewards, 1500 North Texas, Weslaco, Texas, out of curiosity, get the rap on their business about how they plan on saving us from destruction. This is what they gave me attached. I asked if they approved of your literature and work. They answered in a most unexpected manner, since I felt you might be in a compatible situation with them, but obviously not. Please, give me a better explanation, and they did. Who are they? This kind of stuff is hard on people's spirit. Explanation, then they did, and who are they? This kind of stuff is hard on people's spirit, with love and respect and seeking to be with the creator of the universe, in the brotherhood of the real Christ. Jesus, they call him. E.S. P.S. You can use this if you want to print it, but no address, please. HATONN, I will now print the small personal response to ES from this ATA base, and then we will cover highlights of and enclosed into advertisements accompanying the note from the same organization. I think I won't have to do much explanation to our readers. However, to ES, I can't afford much more than to ask you to get copies of the Phoenix materials, which includes 60 volumes and covers all ways to sort for self these organizations' accusations and claims. I do disservice to anyone when I pick and choose sound bites and disassociated sentences as response to such a heartfelt and searching inquiry. I will, however, attempt to pick highlights of that which they offer and respond. The present Armageddon time arc base, cosmic corpse of engineers, ODF, 5D technology equals perfection and full panorama minus experimental research. By the way, to find out what they mean by the stuff, you spend $50 to attend a seminar after you travel to Waslaco, Texas. Let us continue. Response. 2. The Alaska date from ATA Base, Department Public Relations. Subject. Your recent letter and inquiry about Phoenix journals. Basic short answer. No. Expanded answer. Absolutely do not acknowledge, support, or recognize as valid. Time fusion leaks from abandoned patterns, possibly known to you as demons, abound today. Phoenix Journal is merely one contact with abandoned patterns in a somewhat different style than others, but is negative all the same. HATONN. Editors. Do not change spelling and emphasis. This is a direct copy. ATA Base absolutely refutes, rebukes, condemns, defies, totally denounces, and challenges Phoenix Journal as contact with abandoned patterns. Their contact is a lying and deceiving dead devil. This may be more answer than you wanted, but we feel strongly about the way people are suckered into contact with familiar spirits. Abandoned patterns will establish contact with any weak-willed person or any who have not the positive knowledge. The AP will give sufficient true information to establish trust, but will always lead away from true positive survival, as only Yeshua HaMashiach can provide. Just consider how the demon will never identify by name who the creator or his positive son really is. They only use stupid expressions, such as the one or the great all, etc. Best to you, DH. HATONN. Now we will simply run down the advertisement sheet briefly. In fairness, we will reprint exactly that which is stated on the face page. Do you want to get out of the wretched mess? What about this country, the environment, pollution, chaotic social order, the endangerment of the species of man, economic oppression, mega confusion, war? Reach for the ultimate solution. Armageddon Time Arc Base Operation. We are world builders with the ultimate 5D energy technology, which is designed to provide the total energy grid for real freedom and positive self-sufficiency. 5D energy, 100% safe, non-pollutive. Knowledge for you. We are duty-bound under universal law to inform you about the available 5D technology and your rights to positive survival of Armageddon into the millennial heaven on earth. Reject it or accept it. Offering transportation for the future to all those who qualify with the ODF. It's not a UFO. It is a 4DO time arc. No oil or gas. It uses monadic gravity, stress-free travel. The first step you must take towards surviving the due activation of SEAL number 6 and enjoying the heaven on time station Earth is to shift the fulcrum of your intellect so as to embrace the full 5-dimensional technology that your creator allotted to you. HATONN. Right off, you can see a pattern of intelligence and education showing through. This Earth spokesman capitalizes all prepositions, to, etc. Any sick teachers reading? Didn't catch it? Let us go on, for the content surpasses the ill-prepared document. Consider the positive benefits of 5-dimensional technology. Consider the positive benefits of 5-dimensional technology as taken from the measures. For a heaven on earth, positive survivors will be able to tap the 5-dimensional time bank for free unlimited energy, electricity, without taxes or pollution. Unlimited energy comes from 2 dark star reactors in the U.S. That's from right out of the Illuminati's mouth himself, or actual bloodline relative of it that said he wants nothing more to do with it. And he told me too many secrets that I asked him other things and he wouldn't let me know because he was trying to get out of it. Use monadic gravity in all transportation. That automatically cancels out the death-dealing octopus outdated highway system with all its frustrating maintenance and skyrocketing taxation for extending bond slavery. It does remind me of some old stories about the Tartarian Empire, and they were able to do anti-gravity conveyance vehicles, so to speak. And that was about 300-400 years ago, 200 years ago. They killed them all, took all their children, shipped them over as slaves. Like the Irish, they shipped all the Irish children over as slaves, had them cleaning chimneys. We always talk about African slaves, but there was probably more white slaves on the planet than there were Africans, because that didn't come about till 400 years ago, and they were always enslaving each other. But the whites, the Slavic, it's where the slave comes from, Slavic, were used as slaves by the Khazarian barbarians, Mongoloid, rape, ravage, pillage all European nations and take whatever they wanted. Armageddon, time arc, base operation. So we'll finish off with this letter to discern in the next episode and get back on into more teachings of truth with Freemasonry and the mark of the beast, and some numerology in the next episode after that. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back with another Phoenix Truth Rising show. This is Spaceman 2.0, and out.